And this is continued from Kofsky, and the person who's written it has been from the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy. So they spoke about its most enduring legacy, however, was the credence it gave to a counter-narrative about what constituted aesthetic value. So, from a cultural history perspective, which also looks at the history of the arts, then of course, Black music is hugely important. Music is hugely significant here because it changes the course of what people historically thought constituted valuable culture. Um, and I think this is something that you can unpack in your own time if you do further reading on Black and African American culture and perspectives on cultural history as well. And this idea of originality and what constitutes a valuable culture. And I just made a brief note of a concept called Afrocentrism, which you should look into and mention if you look at this. This is an ontological perspective, as one would say, that prioritizes the African experience, African culture, rather than presuming everything is a cultural offshoot from European culture. So not everything has to descend from Mozart to be considered valuable music, but it can be descended from West African music, from the music of your grandmother who was a slave in a plantation. And this kind of value judgment, I think, is going to make your discussion of the question title much more interesting, much more nuanced, and thinking about history in ways that aren't just simple linear political histories, but also the histories of how cultures change and how identities are formed in the US. I think that's going to be more interesting, maybe, and more unique.